Moving. Can everybody hear me here inside of Southside Garage? Excellent. Welcome to January 2023. We have not had a meeting this year. So thanks everybody for coming out. It's really quiet in here tonight for some reason. Thanks everybody for paying attention for the first few minutes of this meeting. So real quick, we'll just do an audio check for the internet. Mary Beth, let us know if we need to adjust the microphone for the internet peoples. Welcome everybody online and in person. Jeff, you're looking dapper. Indeed. So we'll do, I didn't assign many roles, and I see the first role is assigned to Aaron. So I'm going to hand the microphone. Okay, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Aaron. Aaron's our board president. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks for the introduction. Does anyone have trail reports? You've not been out on the trails, right? All right, it's typical for, I wasn't trying to bust anybody. It's typical for East Tennessee, so wet, frozen, variable. If you're leaving tracks, consider turning back.
Even if you're on a hardened trail, okay? So just keep that in mind. Not every day is a good day to ride a bicycle. Some days are great days to reorganize your closets. So, no? Some days are great for that. The rainy ones in particular. The ones that are cold and have frost heave all over the mornings. So, just consider that. Dave Stanley, you were unwarned, but I need a weather report, bud. Oh, no. Lyle's coming up. Here we go. All right.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. This weather's been getting me down a little bit. I rode a bike for the first time in 35 days this weekend at Lewiston, where it was responsible to ride. It seems like it's either warm and wet or very, very cold and dry, and then you have to deal with freeze thaw, which is no one's friend. Right, Lyle?
Yeah.
No one's friend. It's January. It's about to be February. It's going to stay wet. It's going to stay cold. These are kind of our wetter months of the year. But, there may come a time for frozen trails if y'all are very hard and motivated, unlike me currently. And but then, it's going to get better. Spring's going to be right around the corner. It's going to be really great, and there's going to be some great riding. We're going to take care of the trails this winter while the weather's cold, do some work days, make it better for all of us come springtime, right? You say hi to Granddaddy? Say hi to Granddaddy.
Hi, Granddaddy.
All right, thanks for joining us all the way from Memphis, Granddaddy. Dave's right. It will get better, but there is a reason that I planned my shoulder surgery for December. It's because I'm going to recuperate over the muddy winter. So, of which Dr. Kern's got me moving quite a bit now, which is pretty awesome. I spent my 7 weeks in an arm sling, and I'm out at the moment, so that's awesome. Thanks so much for tinkering on my shoulder. So recap from IC King's work party. We had a huge group show up for IC King, our first work party of this year, and we accomplished a ton of different projects over there. I want to thank in particular the folks that provided lunch. Psychology Bicycles had an awesome spread over there for everybody to enjoy. And of course, Jeremy Walker with Lipman Brothers kept our thirst quenched. So we'll go, we've got workday scheduled later in the program this evening, but just wanted to recap that. Next up on my agenda is Tennessee Nationals is coming to Windrock. It's gotten quite a bit larger than it's been in the past. And so we've popped a link in the show notes, or the show, whatever this is. Well, in the show notes, hit like and subscribe. And so they've got two different weekends, March 18th, 19th, and then again on the 24th and 25th of March. So still a bit out, but nonetheless, they've added in, they've got the Enduro, they've got an XC, they've got the traditional downhill as well. And so check out all the options for riding and racing, but also Lisa Mueller is looking for volunteers for that. She helps coordinate all those volunteers, and it is a great day out on the hillside. It's one of the safest things you can do at Windrock is volunteer for that race. And that's not even a guarantee, I guess. I mean, it's steep hillside no matter what. So the sign up, from my understanding, is not quite there yet, but there's an email address you can ping if you're interested in hearing more information about volunteering for that. Madeline, Kat, come on over. You're still on screen, believe it or not. We got the camera way over there. I like how you're like, I'm off stage and they can't see me. So AMBC Joyride has quite a few events scheduled for this winter, spring, this season. And so the first thing I want Kat to talk about is the Sharps Winter Progression Series.
Thank you. So Sharps Ridge can be pretty intimidating, especially to ladies, and it's the place to ride. Sharps is always good.
Says it on the hat.
So the Joyride ladies came together with a series to kind of progress some ladies through to make sure that you're really comfortable to get out there and ride by yourself. So we had the first one this last Saturday, which Madeline led, and where we did Independence and Lincoln, which are a little bit easier, and green trails. And then this next weekend, we're going to do green and blue. So we'll do Lincoln and Fire Break, and we'll progress all the way through. The next one is going to be in February 18th. And then the one after that is March 11th. So the 18th, we're going to do blue trails. That's going to be hard climbing. But if you sign up for all 4 of them, hopefully you're going to be really comfortable with it. And the idea is that at the end, you're going to be able to go out, ride Sharps Ridge with your ladies or your dudes, your people.
And just wanted to shout out to Tennessee Valley Bikes, who came and did bike checks this last weekend. So thanks.
They also gave really wonderful hats.
Oh, hats as well.
There.
Awesome.
So, sorry, I forgot that part.
That's okay. Scott will forgive us. We're getting it right here.
We tagged them online.
They've been tagged. We put them in the show notes right now. Mayor Beth is on it. Always appreciate the help from local shops. Madeline, what you got?
Hey, now I'm up to talk about the Galentine's Day ride. This is going to be February 12th at Loyston. It's another great all-weather area. It's going to be from noon to 3 o'clock, February 12th. There's groups of riders that are going to be ranging from brand new to advanced. So there's something for everyone here. Any lady at any skill level, come and join us. Kat is going to be teaching a new rider clinic. So if you want to learn new skills and techniques, definitely sign up for that one. As always, we're looking for volunteers to lead our rides because we can't do this without our awesome volunteers. So everyone's volunteered for Joyride. Thank you. So if you want to volunteer, if you want to sign up to ride, go to our Facebook page and there's an Eventbrite link in the event. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And Mary Beth can put my email in the comments.
Awesome. I included an email that's joyridevolunteer@ambcnox.org. Perfect. All right, so that works. If you don't happen to see the notes there and want to look into any of the Joyride programming, just go to ambcnox.org/Joyride. All the dates for everything are on that main page for Joyride. And so that can be your information clearinghouse there. If anybody else, this is something that AMBC has typically done, not done a whole lot of guided rides per se over the years. And AMBC Joyride has done a phenomenal job with getting women out on the trail in an organized fashion. If anybody else ever wants to start additional rides, just ping us. That's something we're certainly interested in talking about. And of course, in the summer, we typically do more of a couple of social rides throughout the summer. And you'll hear more, some changes to that. We're going to be at Imes a bit, but we're also going to have some Tuesday nights over at Baker Creek this summer. So, all right, work party dates. We've got a great season ahead of us. The next one coming up is going to be February 4th over at Concord, and this is a mega work day. So I expect all these faces here with a guest, plus all of your other friends that you have. So mega work days, our goal is to use every single tool that we own in a fairly useful capacity out on the trails. We're getting our crew leaders and our project lists together right now, but lots of stuff to work on at Concord. We'll have some bridge decking going on. We'll have some new trail corridor. We're going to be hardening just a section of Callaway that's a mucky mess on the north side over there. So anyway, thanks to the crew out at Concord for helping us with that project list, and Dave and the team for making sure that we're going to be prepared ahead of time. They'll spend about the week ahead getting all the projects lined up so that it's fairly seamless and we show up and do our work. Harper's Bike Shop will be supporting us for lunch that weekend for the mega work day. So psyched to see what Sean and John have in store for us for lunch that day. So typical work day schedule. So 9 to noon. Nothing different about the mega except we'll have a ton of folks out there and it's always a hoot. I believe we had upwards of 130 at our Hasty mega workday last year. So you can accomplish a lot in 3 hours with that many folks. So come join us, please. Can't make it in February? No worries. Join us March 4th. Oh, what you got, Dave? Yeah, we're definitely going to be shuttling. So yeah, if you have a school bus, talk to me. If not, we'll be planning our vehicles from there. And Keith, I'll definitely ping you for the van. But March 4th will be Haw Ridge, and so we're going to join CVTA for a work day out at Haw Ridge. So they've got a number of projects that they want to work on. They've got some, it sounds like some downhill specific trails that they want to have us help dig on, but they also have a Strider track that they're trying to add into the Dirt Lab, and a number of other projects, including some signage, et cetera, over at Haw Ridge. So join us for a joint work day with Clinch Valley. That should also be fairly large. We won't use the mega term with that one. We just use mega once a year. So then first Saturday in April 8th, we're going to be over at the Han Tugwell Complex at the Helix Trail Network. Tons of different projects to work on there. Bear Paw Bikes is going to feed us lunch that weekend. May 6th, Fort Dickerson. So our friends from 71 South, Ryan Steffi, who's opening the new restaurant at Baker Creek Bottoms, he's going to cater lunch on May 6th. And then to cap off our workday season for this year, we'll have a giant camp out and work party up at Big South Fork. So that's the first weekend in June. National Trails Weekend is what we'll call it. It's a day, really, but we celebrate it in its entirety. So, and for that one, we reserve the group campsite. So just yet again, bring a friend, come join us for the weekend, stay as long as you want. We've got the campground Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So just tell them you're not going to be at work on Monday and stay an extra day and ride. So, and that again is the first weekend in June. Next up, we've got a couple of different things that we also need to get on your calendars. February 13th is going to be a public meeting just up the street here at the Kerbella Temple. So it is a community meeting for a number of organizations, including AMBC, just to talk about the projects that are happening in South Knoxville right now. And so a lot's happening on this side of the river. The representatives from the city and the county, Legacy Parks will be there, we'll be there. Folks from IMES will be there, and just sort of explaining what all the projects are that are affecting South Knoxville right now, including, some of the development work on either side of the Henley Street Bridge, and where we're looking for new trail connections and that sort of thing. So we'll have some maps. We'll have, of course, our sort of our list of what we've accomplished and how to get involved. So that is February the 13th, 4 to 6:30, up at the Kerbella Temple. Wes, Urban Wilderness Coordinator, do you have anything you'd like to add to that? The Urban Wilderness Coordinator, Wes, will be there, I believe. He will be in attendance.
Learn about all the new developments for the Gateway Park and the
Okay, so yeah, what I didn't mention is Gateway Park will also, so what's happening at Gateway Park, the bathrooms, Wes will have hopefully some drawings and renderings, and you can ask him questions, just pepper him. I mean, I think what you should do is have a list ahead of time just for Wes. What is that date? That's February the 13th from 4 until 6:30, Grant Barton. Thank you for asking. All right. Everybody does need to get out their calendar or their device and put in March 19th. It's a Sunday. Okay. Yeah, what I see Knight opening his phone. He's faking it. But March 19th is going to be a good time, thanks to a couple different folks. So John over at Knoxville Adventure Collective is helping us organize a riverboat float. So we're going to hop on the Knoxville Star for a couple hours, head either downstream or upstream, a couple hours on the boat. He's got a great band that's going to be playing for us on the boat. And then afterwards, he's doing gumbo and basically good times at the Adventure Collective afterwards. All the proceeds from that are going to help feed into our trail fund. And Audi of Knoxville is also signed up as a supporter of that event. So March 19th, just plan that afternoon to spend with your friends on a boat. Yeah, so we will have a link to tickets. That hasn't been formed yet, but it will go out on all of the social media platforms and emails via AMBC email. So there are a couple different things that we'll include in that email, including a link to the Tennessee Nationals sign up for volunteering, as well as the workday list. So let's see here. Memberships. We did a fantastic job at Fall Fest with memberships. And some folks don't necessarily understand all the layers of our organization, but generally speaking, AMBC, obviously local, Knoxville, that is us. Our parent organization is Sorba, Southern Off-Road, and then our parent above Sorba is IMBA. And so a lot of the emails that you get about your membership are going to come directly from IMBA because they manage our membership. And for that, we get a number of things: access to grants, access to our insurance. There are a ton of perks on that side, but I just wanted to mention that there are also, more than just member perks for you as far as awesome trails to ride here in town. There's access to discount codes through a site called Expert Voice, something that folks may not have realized comes with your membership. So check out Expert Voice if you're interested in the discounts that you can get from that program to companies like Big Agnes and Black Diamond and all sorts of different outdoor gear. You can basically just upload a copy of your membership card, which will be in an email from IMBA. And then you've got access to that for the term of your membership. Other benefits that come along with membership. February 11th, Jared's Place, which is a new gravity park down in Alabama, Georgia, North Georgia? Okay, Georgia. There's another one in North Alabama now too, I believe, Birmingham. So Jared's Place is offering a discount for Sorba members, i.e. anybody in the room who's a member. That discount code will go out via email to members only. And so that's something that they're just having a great shindig down on the 11th of February at Jared's Place, and an option for members. Membership also helps us hire staff. And I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that Warren Gooch is now on staff with our trail crew. So we've got three full-time staff members out on the trail every day working for y'all, fixing all sorts of different problems throughout the system, working on new things. Thrilled to have him on board. Thank you so much for joining us. I was just going to run down what they were up to this month. So after the workday that, so many folks showed up for at Icy King, they stuck around for a couple more weeks and were able to knock out the rest of the trail hardening that needed to happen over there. Ryan poured us a concrete slab over there, but the crew got us a lockable job box over there for the volunteers to be able to stash tools in at that park. They've put in 15 posts in the ground over there, I believe, to assist with signage on the new trails. Just today, they wrapped up the last of the Toll Creek Bridge, got completely redecked over this last week, actually Friday and Monday. And so it's your membership dollars that help us accomplish things like that while we're all at work tapping away on computers. These guys are hopefully not freezing because they're working so hard. I think that's how that works. But also I wanted to thank and just think about Knox County Parks is helping us out in a number of ways right now, and we really appreciate their support. If you happen to be sitting in front of a computer one day and you're bored, shoot a note over to Parks and Rec, Joe Mack, and say, hey, we appreciate the support you're putting towards the trails right now, because we put the labor at the project. Knox County supplied a few $1,000s worth of lumber for the project. So huge thanks to them for helping us to maintain that park. And you'll notice that a couple other structures within IC King will be updated here in the future. Dave and Mateo spent quite a bit of time out at Concord, which is where Night Ide is going to be working next month. They cleared about 2 acres worth of invasives just beside the North Shore Greenway. And so we're able to basically clear out a corridor, more than a corridor, so that we can see these session lines right from the Greenway. And so it's going to be very similar to the trails that Knight and the crew and Shaggy built over at Baker Creek beside the Greenway. So short, super fun, entry level, but still you can push the envelope on them, features right beside the Greenway at Concord. And so we're psyched to be working on things like that. And lastly, the crew has been working on a new warehouse space for us as well that needed cleanup work. And so on some of the super rainy days, they head inside and make sure that we're well organized and that our tools are in good shape and that sort of thing. So next month, they're going to be working out at Concord alongside with Knight and obviously getting ready for the mega work day. But in addition to that, they'll be heading over to year-round get down to do some touch-up work and especially the braking zones on the trails over there, just making sure that our wet weather options are truly holding up like they need to, because everything needs some maintenance. With that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Aslan Foundation. We just were awarded a grant that we may have talked about before, but check hit the bank this week. So super thrilled to be supported by the Aslan Foundation, and this is funds going towards our cruise pickup truck. And so we've been using Dewhurst equipment for years. We've been using personal vehicles for years. AMBC's turning 16 and we're buying a truck. So psyched about that. Something I didn't put on here that membership also helped us with. Just a week ago, we purchased a mini skid steer that we use on the trails as well. And you've seen a couple of these out on different trail days in the past. And you probably thought, oh yeah, AMBC's. Well, that was not AMBC's. Not at all. That was a Dewhurst construction thing. We appreciate David and Brian for their understanding for so many years and support for our projects. But as we grow, it's important for us to invest in these things. And so the crew not only has great foundation and knowledge and skill, but also has the tools to do the job at hand. So with that, I think the last thing I have on my list is we've got an awesome functioning trail committee. Brian's our chair on that committee, and outgoing chair, and I love that. That's good. Just slip that right in there. So, as the outgoing chair, he has some homework for our trail committee right now, and they're starting to look towards the future, not this year's projects, maybe not even next year's projects, but projects that are going to take us a while to tee up and that have great impact. And so folks in the room might have ideas on what they're looking for. I know Gooch wants more skinnies. So he's going to put that on the list. But I've heard that I think more than once this week. But so I'll put that on the list. But lots of other awesome features could be added to our system. And did something just die? I don't sound as loud as I was before. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jerry. No, definitely does. Yeah, it's flashing. So with that, I'm glad it ended there. Anybody got anything to add?
Matthew, is there an email for trail committee?
We should set up an email for suggestion box email.
Send it to trails@ambcnox.org.
Okay.
That's Alex. It'll get forwarded to us. So that's good. Anybody got anything else? If not, make sure. Oh.
I have a question. I've kind of been on the lookout for a used bike for Mateo. He's working on the trails, he's got a riding fever, but he really doesn't have a bike. So if anybody has like an old mountain bike Mateo could use, that'd be great.
Awesome. Very
Or if
good.
you know someone who's not here tonight.
Yeah, that's great. I hear Lewis over there. He's got a comment. Other than that, make sure to pay your tab, not only with the garage, but also with Dave for pizza.
Tip your bartender.
Tip your bartender. And we will see you here again next month. So thanks for coming out.
I don't know. Let's ask.